All right, so here we are being asked to match the situation with the equation. So a little bit of review here. So my slept for X hours. So let's draw my for X hours. And Karen slept for 1/10 less than that. So if I take off a piece of this, 1/10, that's going to leave 9/10 right here, and that's our Y. So our equation would be Y equals 9/10 X, but all of these are in decimal form, so that would be written as Y equals 0.9X, which would be this one. All right, so for B, that was A. For B, Karen practiced for X hours. So here's our X. And my practice 2/5 less than that. So if I want to go ahead and split this up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So practice 2/5 less. So we're going to take off these 2, so that leaves these 3 for Y. So Y equals 3/5 X. And as a decimal, 3/5, 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. So that would give us Y equals 0.6X, which would be that one. All right, then we have C. My drank X ounces of juice. So here's our X. Remember, X is always 100%, the whole thing. And Karen drank 4/3 more than that. So we're splitting this up into thirds, and we're going to add 4 more of them on. And that's going to be our Y. So Y is going to equal 3 plus 4 is 7/3 X. Well, it looks like we have to change it into a decimal. So 7 divided by 3 is 2.3. And the 3 keeps repeating, and it looks like it's going to be 2.33X. All right. D. Karen spent X dollars, and my spent 1/4 less than that. So if I split this up into 4, here's my Y right here. So that is going to be Y equals 3/4 X. And if you take your calculator, if you don't remember, 3 divided by 4 gives us 0.75. So that would be this one. All right, E. My ate X grams of almonds. So that's X. And Karen ate 1.5 times more than that. So if I split this in half and I add 1.5 onto that, 1. So that's 1, and then another 0.5. This whole thing is going to go right here. It's going to be our Y. So Y equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 halves X. Changing that into a decimal, that's going to be Y equals 2.5X, which is right here. All right, F. Karen collected X pounds of recycling. And my collected 3/10 less. I don't feel like writing in all those tenths, so I'm just going to put 3/10 there. That means this is left with 7/10. So that's going to be our Y. So Y equals 7/10 X. And that written as a decimal is 0.7X. So that's this one right here. All right. G, my walked X kilometers. And Karen walked 3/8 more than that. So if this is 8ths and we add on 3 more 8ths, that's X. So we have 8/8 plus 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11/8. So Y equals 11/8 X. Change that, we would have 1.11 divided by 8 is going to be 375X. So that's that one right there. And then our last one, H, we have X puzzles. And she completed 3/5 more. So if this was split into fifths, and we add 3 more fifths onto it, there's our Y. 5/5, 6, 7, 8/5. So Y equals 8/5 X. 5. Let's see, that's going to give us Y equals 1.6X, which would be that one. All right, a little bit of review there.